Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Owen with the Get Some podcast. As you can see, the Flu Manchu is gone. My wife made a good point. She said, yo, ever since you've been growing it, the lockdown date keeps getting farther and farther away. You know, it's April 6th, it's the end of April, it's middle of May, it's end of May. So she just said, maybe if you cut it off, then we'll get a hard lockdown date and this thing will be over. I was like, good point. So I cut it off and I feel amazing. I don't know how people have beards and goatees. That thing is so aggravating. Like, I just find myself licking my upper lip and touching it all day. So hopefully I went 58 days without shaving. Even though it was like 54 lockdown days, but it was 58 days without shaving, which is a record for me. I don't think I can grow a beard, but I was able to grow the Flu Manchu, but it's gone now. So I feel like a baby. It's weird when you grow facial hair that long and you shave it off, you really look like a new person and feel like a different person. So listen, this podcast for the most part is fun, informative. I want it to be where people can have an escape from the real world, lighthearted. But sometimes things go on in the world that I feel like we need to address. And like this week, I always want to do these, break down the rap lyrics. And my daughter gave me lyrics to NBA Youngboy, but I'm going to hold that off till next week because with everything that happened this week with Ahmed Arbery and the white guys that basically chased him down in a pickup truck and then shot him and recorded it, then come to find out that the guy following them that recorded the whole video, he was an accomplice. He was with them. And rumor is, and I don't have any basis to validate it, from what I've been hearing, is that they were showing the video to their friends. And then one of the friends felt guilty, almost like a menace to society type deal, and felt guilty and then showed it to the authorities. And the authorities still didn't do anything with it until it got made public. And I guess with me having I got 3 kids, I got, 2 mixed boys. Every time they leave the house, I'd be lying if I don't, you feel some kind of way. And especially my teenage son, like he runs. He goes outside, he just runs, or he'll walk the dog. And he'll go for a couple miles. And whenever I see him leave the house with like a hoodie on, and he's 6'4", and he's mixed, but he looks black, I'm always feeling some kind of way when he leaves the house. Now, in our neighborhood, 9% of the people know him. So I'm not worried about our neighborhood. But when he leaves our neighborhood, that's when I was like, man, somebody could just, when you see something like this, it hits home a little harder than I guess most white guys would feel. The thing that I think what really bothers me is when you have a video that's so clear cut that you got 2 guys in a truck with guns, you got an unarmed 25-year-old man running, and people still are trying to justify him being shot. Like, I literally saw people on like social media saying, well, he shouldn't have, he attacked the gunman. He went after him. What? Okay. In what world do you live in that somebody has a shotgun out in rural Georgia in a pickup truck and you're a black guy and you're going to go attack them? What? I want to know what universe you live in. And because 2 things. The guy that, what was it? Greg and Travis McMichael, the father son that killed Ahmed. They said it was self-defense. He attacked him. He fit the description of somebody that was breaking into houses in the neighborhood. And for one, first they said they're trying to make a citizen's arrest. You can't make a citizen's arrest unless you see the crime being committed right there. 2, he also fit the description of every black guy at Lifetime Fitness. He's in a white t-shirt, shorts, and running shoes. And I heard a 911 call where somebody said there's somebody looking into a house under construction that was being built. And somebody said, yeah, there's this black guy looking in this, these houses. I might want to break in. Who's breaking into a house under construction? And two, what if he was looking in this empty house, like wondering, man, I'm going to have a house like this one day. Or maybe he's manifesting his dreams. Because I've done that with my kids. When they were first born, we would drive around. We would drive through Beverly Hills, Bel Air, all these nice neighborhoods. And just, even when I was a kid, I'm living in a trailer park. I would love to drive through neighborhoods, average neighborhoods, because I'd be visualizing myself in a house like that one day. I was like, ooh, that'd be awesome if I can get a house like that one day or live in a neighborhood like this one day. So who's to say he wasn't just looking at houses like he sees a house under construction and was looking in like, oh, that's a cool kitchen, or this is a cool house. Who's to say? And some people know this, some people don't. Like I'm an ex-cop. And a military cop, Navy cop, which is not the same as a regular cop. But the base I was on had a neighborhood. It had a nightclub. It had restaurants. It was its own little encompassed city. Now, we didn't have a lot of murder cases and things like that because you do have to have your badge to get on base. So it was more regimented, I would say. But we had domestic violence. We had a bar, so we would have bar fights. We would have theft. We would have everything you can think of, minus murder cases. I mean, I think there's been 3 people murdered on the base. One of the bases I was on, NAB Coronado, in whatever 100 years the base has been there. But when people say, well, the guy had the gun out and a med attacked him, I go, here's the thing. Unless you have had a gun pulled on you, you don't know how you're going to react when someone pulls a gun on you. You like to think you know, but you don't know. Some people are going to go after the gun. I'm going to get him before he gets me. Some people are going to run away. Some people are going to freeze. But you don't know unless it happens to you. So there's no way you can be an expert at that until it happens to you. Everyone's going to react different. This is kind of the same but different. When I was a cop, when I was at NAB Coronado, we had a nightclub on the base called Gator Gardens. And every now and then there'd be a fight there and we'd go and break it up, or the fight was over and then we got to get the people in the fight. So I had this partner one time, and I had him for like a month, and nothing really happened in the first month. But I remember the first day he got in the squad car with me, he literally was like, come on, Gary, let's go kick some ass. And I said, whoa, bring it down a little bit. I'm not here to kick nobody's ass. But he was a nice guy, got to know him. And this bar fight happened at Gator Gardens. And I go in the bar fight on 10. Like, I just want to break it up, make sure nobody gets hurt. I don't get hurt. So I'm in the middle. I go in the middle of this bar fight, and I'm like pushing people away, and there's chairs being thrown. I'm just sitting there going, break it up, And then I look over, and my partner fucking froze. He was watching the fight, not helping me. He was just sitting there like this. I was like, what? So now when the bar fight gets broken up, everybody gets separated. Nobody was really hurt. A couple black guys, nothing big deal. No big deal. I went back to dispatch, and I told everyone, I said, I need a new partner. I can't. I go, he just froze on me. He needs to be in dispatch. He doesn't need to be out on the streets yet. Because he straight up, and this is the guy that got in the car telling me, come on, man, let's go kick some ass. I'm like this. Okay. That's the same guy that froze. And that month I was with him, if they would have had a microphone in our squad car to hear him talk, you would have thought he was the baddest man on the planet. You would have thought his lifelong dream was to be a cop and to fight crime. And then when a simple bar fight happens with no guns, no knives, just straight fist and some chairs and tables being thrown around, he just froze. I'm getting thrown around. I'm getting manhandled by everybody in this bar. And this guy just sitting there looking at me. I go, I need a new partner. I can't do this. And it just, you hear I think what's most disturbing is, one, that it happened. Two, that we find out that the guy was filming it to almost show off to his friends. And then three, there's people on social media defending them. There's a Facebook page that I saw shared somewhere that is almost like, we need to save these two. We need to save Greg and Travis McMichael. There's a Facebook page made up that has like 20,000 members already in like 2 days. Saying set them free. They were good men trying to do the right thing, and things got out of hand. I was like, oh my God. What alternative reality do you live in? I saw I saw one thing on social media, and like if you go to my fan page, that's just fans. My personal page only has about 2,000 friends on it, and 90% of the people on my personal page are from Cincinnati and Ohio. So with that, I got people that I went to high school with, old friends, and I don't agree with a lot of things that some of these people talk about. I got Republicans, I got Democrats, I got everybody. There's a couple people that I'm friends with on Facebook that are avid Republicans, and some of them defend anything a Republican does. So one of these, and I wouldn't say a friend, just a guy I went to high school with, and it's almost like you're just there to look at his page. I wouldn't say like, I don't want people to think like, oh, Gary got a bunch of Trump supporting friends and things like that. But you just got your friends from high school you grew up with, and you're trying to keep up with their lives. And this guy, I don't agree with 90% of stuff he says. When I saw him repost this Ahmed shooting on his page, I immediately thought, oh my God, this guy's going to defend these two. Even this guy said, these pieces of shit need to be put away. I can't imagine if this was my son. And then one person on his comment section said, it looked like the two white guys were innocent. They were just defending themselves. And everyone just attacked that dude. I was shocked that you have this diehard Republican. I don't know if he's a diehard Trump supporter, but I'm 90% sure he voted for Trump. Even this guy even said, these are pieces of shit. They need to go away. Me being a ex-cop, now married to a black lady with mixed kids, whenever things like this happen, it always reminds me of when I was a police officer and how I handled things. Like, I make jokes about it. Like, I used to let everybody go. Everybody go. No matter what. I remember there was one case where I'm on the gate, so I'm waving cars on the gate, and this guy is in the backseat of a taxi, and I knew the guy, but I didn't know him personally. I just knew him from playing basketball and seeing him at the gym on the base. And he's in the backseat of the cab. I waved the cab on the base because cabs had to have certain like validations, and they could drop people off on the base. Wave the cab on the base. 2 minutes later, the cabbie comes flying back like, hey, the guy just dropped him off. He ran out of my cab and didn't pay his taxi fare. And I was like, really? So now I got to get somebody to relieve me off base. I said, I know where he lives. I go in the barracks. I knock on this guy's door. He acts like he's asleep. And it's a black guy. Okay, I want to make sure, because race does have something to do with this. This is a black guy. So I knock on his door. He acts like he's asleep. I said, man, come on. I know who you are, but you just got to pay the taxi fare. He goes, nah, man, I didn't do that shit. I go, dude, come on. He's at the gate. I don't want to fill out a police report. I don't want to go through all this. I go, just get in the way. I go, look, man, I'm going to walk you down the ATM. There's always an ATM in every barracks lobby. I said, I'm walking down the ATM, take out $20. I'm going to give it to the taxi. This is over with. Come on, man. So he comes down. He takes the $20 out of the ATM. I drive up to the front gate, give the taxi his money, told him keep the change. I think the fare was like $12. Don't ask me why I remember that, but I do. He was like, it's $12. I give the guy the 20, takes off. The guy's cool. It's over with. I can't believe the brother, right before I was leaving the barracks, said, hey, make sure you bring back my change. It's like, bro, just take this L. I'm not coming back to give you change. I'm not asking for this taxi guy to give you change. He's cool with not pressing charges. I'm trying to make this go away, and it's over. But it just goes to show you that I could have made that situation worse. I could have went after that dude and tried to arrest him and do all this paperwork. But I don't want to do that. I was just like, you know what? I know where this guy lives. I'm going to get the money and give it to the taxi guy. And it's over with. But it's just how you handle things. And I can't believe that the police department tried to cover this up after they had the video. And thank God somebody had a guilty conscience and released that video. Because if not, I don't think these guys are still on the streets. And I always say these guys, whenever I hear of a murder case, I don't necessarily think everyone is a threat to society that murders somebody. There's extenuating circumstances and every case is different. But I definitely think these two gentlemen are a threat to society. In particular, black society. Because they went on the hunt to kill this young man. And just like you hear about stories where they say, oh, white women will clutch their purse when a black guy walks by them, or when white people are in their cars and they lock the doors if a black person pulls up next to them because they're scared. I'm like, you can make the same argument if you, a black guy or woman, by yourself, walking or running on the street in any rural area in this country, and two white guys drive by in a pickup, you should be just as scared, if not more. I'm like, it's dumbfounding to me. It's more dumbfounding people are defending them. So I don't want to be too on my high horse with all this. I'm just glad now they've been arrested, but now they need to get prosecuted. That's the next step. The arrest is one thing. Prosecution is a whole other thing, because if all these police departments and try to cover it up, damn sure going to try to get them off. And the guy's an ex-law enforcement. I'm like, I don't know. Arrest is one thing, that's good, but a prosecution is the big thing. Okay, so next thing to make it a little more lighthearted is the NFL schedule came out. And thank God the NFL is still around. With the draft and now the schedule getting dropped, I looked at the Bengals schedule, and I'm guessing 6-10. I see the optimistic Bengal fans saying we're going to playoffs. I'm like, look, we got a new coach, basically. We got a new quarterback. Half our defense is new. We don't know how healthy AJ Green is. I hope he's fully healthy. We got a lot of question marks. So I'm guessing 6-10. Most people are saying 5-11, 4-12. I'm optimistic, so I'm gonna say 6-10. But I just hope football starts on time. That'd be awesome. That would be amazing. That would boost the country. So I don't care if there's fans or not. I'm sitting there watching baseball in South Korea with no fans, and I'm intrigued. And all the South Korean teams are named after cars, like Daewoo versus Samsung, like that. So, all right, I'm ready for my next guest. Good friend of mine. Now, she's going to tell you we met in 2004. I'm going to tell you we met in 2006. Comedian, seen her in Girls Trip, seen her in The Carmichael Show. Just so many movies. I don't need to get into that. One of my good friends in stand-up, Tiffany Haddish, is a guest this week.
What up, y'all?
All right, Tiff. Now, explain to them, when I called you to ask to be on my show, I said, do you remember when we met? You said yes, and we had two different stories of when we met. Now, you tell me, when did you meet me the first time?
I met you in it was 2004, 2005. It was a nightclub in Hollywood. And you were super nice, and you let me have drink out of one of y'all bottles at the table. And I was telling you how cool you are on Comic View, and that you're my favorite.
Okay, let me put a disclaimer. That was not my table. There's no way I was balling like that in 2004.
There was a bottle on the table. You had bottle service.
Yeah, that means I was there early with somebody else. And
you clearly was there. You clearly was there with somebody else, because it was a very black club in Hollywood, and you was very white.
So I was being generous off somebody else's tab, is what was going on there. So yeah, come have a drink.
Yeah, well,
I'm not paying for it. I ain't paying for it. Now I'll tell you where I met you, or the first time I saw you. I should say, 2006. I'm at the Laugh Factory on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and I had just been I went through two different auditions to get on Def Jam. They were bringing it back, and I remember I just got the call saying, yeah, you didn't make it. And I'm like, what happened? And they were like, well, you were funny, but just we don't feel it's right for this show. I went, really, Def Jam? And then literally I'm at the Laugh Factory, so I'm in my feelings like, oh, motherfuckers, man. What do you mean they ain't right for your show? My jokes are perfect for Def Jam. You got on stage, and I remember what you were wearing, because you had like these tight booty shorts on, and I was like, I've never seen a comedian wear that on stage.
Booty shorts. I didn't wear booty shorts then. I wore booty shorts when I did Def Jam because they talked me into it. I never wore booty shorts on stage in a comedy club.
Well, they were short. They were short.
No, it was probably a dress.
No, it was shorts. But
Did I bust my legs? Did I bust it open? It was not shorts.
You didn't bust it open that night. No, but you said, yeah, first thing out the box, you go, yeah, bitch just found out she got Def Jam. And I was like, what the fuck?
That's true.
So they must have called me and told me no. And they must have called you and told you yes, back to back.
Probably did.
I was just like, and I didn't want to like you. I was like, I don't think I like her. I was blaming you for me not getting on. And then I think I talked to you afterwards. I was like, fuck, she's cool. Damn it. I was hoping you were just the biggest bitch ever. I was like, God damn it. Why you gotta be nice?
Cause I'm raised that way.
And then you opened for me like in Ontario a few times at the Improv out there in the mall. And then I remember, I think we did a weekend together, and your manager at the time called me after the weekend, and it was explained to me. He was like, yo, Tiff like working with you. He goes, I went to a couple of shows. I think it's a good match. He goes, we should try to book you guys on the road together. And I remember telling him, I said, dude, I'm cool with it. I said, but just here's my schedule. You guys make the call. If they call me, I'm going to say, yeah, she's cool. Then you called me later, and we were just talking shop. And I remember you telling me, you go, yeah, I'm married, and my husband is, he follows me sometimes. And then you said he's got like a tracker on your car, you think? And I was just like, I literally was like, what? I said, Tiff, you can't go on a road with me till he's gone. And I go, I can't be worried about some dude coming up, hemming me up, because we had a bar after a show or getting something to eat. And then I literally told you, I said, are you telling me he's jealous? And you go, Gary, he's so jealous. I went, well, he's got to get over that. You're in a male-dominated business. He can't be jealous like that. He's married to a woman in the wrong line of work.
Right.
If that's the case. But that was it. And then, you just you start doing your thing, getting your hustle on. I'm doing my thing. And now here we are, 14 years later on the podcast together. So
14 years on a podcast together, sitting in the living room, and no proper lighting, and got earbuds in. And I forgot to put a bra on, so I'm trying to keep my titties under the lens.
Them monsters.
These beast things trying to be seen.
Big ass 9th grade titties. If you was in 9th grade, them titties are huge.
If I was in 9th grade, I would be killing them in the titty game.
Yeah. Be like that. Y'all,
but
you
these
see
days,
Tim?
well, 9th grade in our time, but nowadays these is still too little, because 9th grade today is like D cups.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I don't know what they're putting in the milk nowadays.
They put in breast enhancement. Because it's even little boys out here with chi-chis right now, so.
I don't even like to think about that, because, my wife's got big breasts, and my daughter definitely took that DNA from her. So, and she's a teenager. I'm like, God dang it. Why are you doing this to me?
Why my baby got a body?
Right.
Why my baby built like her mama? No. You should be glad that she not built like you.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Now, you know my wife, right? You know Kenya.
Yes, I do.
Now, how did you meet her? Was it the Comedy Store?
I think it was a Comedy Store where we met. Yeah, she was really sweet, but she was interrogating me, trying to see what do you know?
Are you serious?
No, I'm just playing. But I did tell her I saw you with 15 hoes. I seen him with these hoes at the club the first time I met him. He had all of us come up there. He was judging our bodies. And I told him I was a comedian. He said, yeah, right. You a dancer. Do you want something to drink? Like, no, just
I was like this. That don't sound like her at all.
no.
Plus 15 hoes. I ain't Trey Songz. I can't juggle that many hoes.
I know. I'm making it up. I'm making that. That's not real.
But I will say, I remember when Girls Trip came out in 2017, correct?
Yes, correct.
And you filmed it in 2016.
Correct.
So I remember reading like Variety or one of those trade magazines, and I saw that you got casted in Girls Trip. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then when I saw the cast, I saw Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Regina Hall. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I'm thinking you were like me in Think Like a Man. You know, it wasn't yours, but you were in it with the ensemble, with the names with it. Then when I saw it, and I go, oh, shit. Tiff's the catalyst behind this thing. Like, I know Regina's the narrator and everything. I go, but Tiff is...
movie.
Yeah, it's Regina's like... But I go, Tiff is the one that's just the wild card in all this. And it was definitely more of a ensemble than Think Like a Man, because it was like all four of you had equal storylines. With Think Like a Man, some people had a bigger storyline than other couples and things of that nature. But I called Will Packer when I saw the movie, and I said, yo, Will, I go, I've never been as happy for somebody as I have for Tiffany. Because, you know, you watch a movie and you could tell, you're like, oh, shit's about to change. There's no way you could watch that and not see that coming. Did you feel that when you were filming it?
When I was filming it, I just was like, I'm gonna have fun. And I personally felt like, you know, I was just the person to help push the story along. That was my job, and to be funny and just to push things along. I personally didn't think my character had a real story like everybody else's character. Like, everybody else got to make out with a guy. I didn't get to kiss nobody. Everybody else got to like do sex stuff. I just talked about sex stuff. I didn't do sex stuff.
I mean, you had the fruit.
I mean, but that was fruit. I didn't have a real person. Like, the closest thing I got to like being intimate with somebody was riding on the dude that was riding the bike's lap.
Yeah.
Like, that was the closest intimacy that I got to have in a movie, which I thought sucked. But otherwise, when we were filming it, I just felt like I'm making new friends. These women are amazing. I'm learning so much. And every time Queen Latifah was like, just do it, Tiff. Just do that shit. Do that shit. Just go for it. Then I would be like, all right, let's do it. so.
And that's the best. Now, did you make that up, or was that in the script, the grapefruit, the infamous grapefruit scene?
That was in the script. When I read the script, I was like, oh, I'm going to get this movie because I know how to do that already, because I saw the video that Auntie Angel had dropped in 2012 of the grapefruit.
Oh, yeah.
I tried it in 2013, and I tried it in 2012, and that's how I got a Corvette.
That's what I'm talking about.
From my, you know, well, it was my Corvette. It was in my name, but we had put the money down. It was my money. You know what? I bought that shit myself.
Yeah. So it wasn't a grapefruit?
I mean, it was the grapefruit is what inspired them to take me to the lot and stuff and be like, this is the kind of car you should have. You know, you the woman that should have this kind of car. And then I was like, okay. But even though I really wanted a Volkswagen EOS, I got a Corvette.
Now, where's the Corvette now?
I sold it so I could get a Volkswagen EOS.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that's in the backyard. And I had to sell it because, you know, he wanted me to have that. And then, you know, anything he wanted me to have, I got rid of.
Right. Smart. Just cut ties completely. You want no memories of that.
Especially in case it's a tracking device on it.
Now, that's hysterical. Now, when I follow you on social media, all you do is talk about, what is it, LA tacos? What is that taco place you always be going to?
LAX tacos. LAX tacos. You're somebody special.
Where's it at?
It's on Aviation between La Cienega and La Brea.
Because I'm a foodie, so when I see people posting stuff, I'm like, where's it at? Because I remember Lance Gross hooked me up to Cha Cha Chicken, You been there?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been
In
to Cha
Santa
Cha
Monica?
Chicken. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. He hit me
Yeah.
to that. So when you said LA tacos, I go, is that the name of it? Or is she just calling, is it like the best tacos in LA? And she didn't give the restaurant name.
LAX Tacos. It's by LAX Airport. There's another one that's like in Alhambra. It's all right, but LAX Tacos is the best one. And they got the shrimp tacos that's off the chain. Like, just trust me. LAX Tacos. Everything.
LA. And you just got hit to it just living in the city? Or somebody told you about it?
Well, when I used to work at the airlines, I started working at the airlines when I was 18. And one of my coworkers was like, hey, let's get tacos for everybody. Let's go to this place. It's really good tacos. And at the time, the tacos was 75 cents, okay? And right there on Aviation, and we went over there from the airport, and like, you know, it was Air New Zealand I was working for at the time, so we in the Air New Zealand, like,
You said Air
mobile
New
van.
Zealand?
Yeah, I worked at Air New Zealand.
I haven't heard of that airline.
Hey, mate, we take you to the top, all right?
I've never even heard of that airline. Is that still around?
Yeah, Air New Zealand is still around. It's like one of the best airlines you could ever, like for long distance travel, it's the best.
Yeah.
The
I'm
food
looking
is
up.
good. They give you foot massages. It's great. Anyways, yeah, we went over there to LAX Taco, and at that time it was a house. Somebody was making tacos in a house, and we went from there. We took it to work, and I took a bite, and I had only had Taco Bell at that point in my life. I only ate Taco Bell or like Bill's Tacos, basically black people tacos. You know how we do it, ground beef, lettuce, tomatoes, all that.
Yeah.
I never had like a shredded like carne asada, like steak taco before. When I tell you it was the best thing I ever ate, and ever since then, every time I go to the airport, I get LAX taco. Or when I fly back into LA, I eat LAX taco. It's like my tradition.
I see. Because you consistent. You know when you back in LA, because that's the first thing you do. Tiffany's on her social media. I got my LA tacos.
LAX taco, baby. Like, that's how I know I'm back home. Because I feel like I've been to Mexico. I've been a lot of places. Nobody makes tacos as authentic and as delicious as LAX.
And they're no longer in a house. They're actually in a restaurant now.
They turned the house into a full-blown restaurant. They redid the whole thing. And I mean, that was when I was 18. I'm 40 now.
Yeah.
They got a drive-through now. I remember when they didn't have that. So.
And it still tastes the same. Same as when you was 18.
Super good. Still
Now,
the
do
same.
you know the owners?
I know the managers who is the daughter to the owner. I've met the owner a few times, but I really know the daughters.
Okay. Well, I got to try it next time I go out there. I'm going to have to text you get the actual address.
Oh, I'll
I'm
send
terrible
it to
with
you.
that.
I'll send you the Yelp and everything. Like, you know, I only do reviews for certain places. I even gave them an excellent Yelp review. That's how much I love it.
Now, since Girls Trip, I always say Tiffany is like almost like a Chris Tucker, where I thought the days was over that somebody could just take off one movie. I thought we were now in the age of peppering, just keep showing your face, and then you start to take off. But you know, you was working. You was on a bunch of different shows. You was on the Carmichael show, but then after Girls Trip, it was like, choom, almost like Chris Tucker. Like he was working and people knew him from Friday, but then Rush Hour came out and Chris was just like, pshoo.
International superstar.
Yeah. And then I was like, you know, that I thought those days was over with so many different outlets for TV shows and Netflix and everything else. And then here comes Tiffany with Girls Trip.
I've been peppering the world for a long time. And then finally, everybody got to taste the dish. I think when Girls Trip came out, because like I was in that movie Keanu, I was in a few Lifetime movies. I had the drama with Tyler Perry. I was on the drama series. It's more of a soap opera series. If Loving You Is Wrong. I did Arsenio Hall like 7 times. Then the Carmichael show came along, and then stuff started taking off. And then Girls Trip happened, and then it went boom.
Yeah. Like, we knew that. Like, people in the industry knew that. But I'm just talking about the general public. You know, it was like after Girls Trip, and everybody knew your name. and everybody knew who you were. And even like, I don't know if you saw it, but even when Kat said, I don't know, Kat was just going off on a lot of
Kat
people at one
mad.
point.
He was mad.
Yeah, and he was like talking about those comedians, and I go, that's not, and I kept thinking that's not our call. And I even talked about it when Kat said something where I was like, I think Kat was saying, all these other female comedians are out there, but we're acting like Tiffany's the only one, the funniest one. And I said, I think what Kat was saying is, and then, not even what Kat was saying, how I took it is, Tiffany took off after Girls Trip. Now, she had been a stand-up, and you had stand-up specials and everything else. I said, but I think the people that don't know stand-up know her from Girls Trip and everything after that. They didn't know you were doing stuff before that.
Let's be honest, Gary. I didn't have no stand-up specials before Girls Trip. I'd been on stand-up shows and did like 10 minutes here, 12 minutes there on different stand-up shows, but I didn't have my own special. My own special didn't come out until December after I did Girls Trip. And I dropped the book at the same time. Like, literally, I plotted and planned out how everything was going to come out because I had shot the special already, but hadn't released it until after Girls Trip. I think it came out like maybe 4 or 5 months after Girls Trip came out. My book came out like a month after that. Like, I was just plotting, and then the next season of this, and then this movie, and then that. Like, I had been working super hard and just trying to like make sure every month something comes out. I'm dropping something.
Now you still got you got a lot of your same team with you over the last couple of years since you've been taking off. Don't you got the same hairdresser?
Yeah, same hairdresser, makeup artist. Yes, I've gone through like 3 stylists, but they all still my friends. They all come to my parties and stuff. Yeah.
And you, since over the last 3 years, when I called you, I said, "Where you living at now?" You like same place always lived at. You haven't moved at all?
Have not moved at all. Because I'm a firm believer in like, okay, when I bought this house, to me, at that point in time, this was my dream house. It still is my dream house. It might be a very simple house. You know, I might not have no swimming pool or nothing, but I ordered a pool off of Amazon, and it's supposed to be coming today. So I'm about to have me a pool. It's above ground, but I'm about to have it. And I love it here. And the property value has gone up, and the neighborhood has changed drastically. So, you know, I'm good.
Yeah. See, I like reading your story. Like, not getting back to Kat, but kinda is, you know, whenever I see comics beefing or talking crazy about another comic, that just unsolicited though. Like, it just comes out of left field. You attack somebody. I've always, and the older I got, I always take a step back. And, you know, like everybody, you have issues with certain people at certain points in your career. And sometimes it's in your own head. Sometimes that person really didn't do anything, but you start getting in your feelings thinking they did. And thank God I got my wife, because she always, when I vent, she says, "Gary, what are you talking about? You're just so off base." And with you, it's always like you've been attacked a lot in the last couple of years on social media and some comedians and everything. And you just kind of ride above it, I've noticed. Because I'm always under the whole, listen, man, if a comic's working and they have a project, you're eliminate yourself from ever working with them again in a lot of aspects when you attack them like that. Sometimes I want to shake comics, like, what are you doing? That was unnecessary. I don't know. It boggles my mind. And you've gotten it.
That's a little jealousy issue thing. But, you know, my mom trained me for this. Like, the first person I ever loved, my mother, is the first person to be like my bully, my attacker, my biggest critic, my biggest hater. The person like, "Oh yeah, go on, do that. You suck. You are garbage. You look like your ugly ass daddy." Like, so can't nobody say to me affect me the way that she do. So I don't care. I know that they're wasting their energy. And the fact that they're thinking about negative things to say about me means they're really in love with me. They really care about me, because you're wasting your life, your energy on me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it to the life of me. And you know, as you know, as a comedian, comedy's subjective. I mean, I always say comedy contests are so pointless because one person might think you're the funniest person, the other person might think I didn't laugh at one joke.
You're right.
So when somebody and you've gotten it tenfold. You and Kevin. I've known Kevin for 20 years, and it always says if your name's coming out of people's mouth that much, that just lets you know you're doing something right.
Yeah. My grandma say if they ain't talking about you, you ain't doing your job. So if they talking good, bad, whatever, let them talk. Let them run their mouth. But I mean, there's some people I would, because I'm still a hood chick. I'm still from South Central, and it's still a part of me that wants to whoop ass. But I know better now. But there's still this inside of me that want to just be like on eyesight.
Right.
But I can't do that no more. I can't do that no more.
Nah, please don't do that, ever.
I can't do that. I mean, and that's why I love Jada and Queen Latifah and Regina, because they always keep me, they keep me grounded and remind me that I might still live in South Central, and South Central still might live in me, but I don't have to behave that way.
Dan, you just sounded like Jada right there. That was like a red table talk moment real quick. You don't have to behave that way.
But what Beyonce taught me is that you pay people to behave that way for you.
I'll leave that alone.
That's what Beyonce taught me. We pay people for that. You don't do that no more.
Exactly. I said exactly like I know. No, I'm just running away. I'm walking away.
When the last time you had a fight, Gary?
Navy. When I was in the Navy, there was a guy named Tyler. He was from Miami, about 6'6" brother, and we were in the barracks, and he was always hanging out at these other two guys' barracks room. And he goes, and this is what, 25 years ago, 26 years ago. And I walked in, I said, damn, Tyler, next time I come in here, you're going to have a bed in this motherfucker. And he went, hey, man, what the fuck you talking about me? 6'6", and he straight just went, bim. And luckily I saw it coming, and I went like this, so he hit the top of my head. Now, he dotted me up. If that was my eye, it's black. But since he hit the top of my head, it looked like I didn't have a mark. And I just punched back out of instinct. He was so tall, I hit him in the chest. He fell over the chair, he tripped, so it looked like I fucked him up. But really, he just kind of tripped over the chair because he went back a little bit. And then everybody broke it up. But I remember nobody in the barracks would mess with me anymore because it's like, Gary will steal on you quick. And I was like, not really. It's kind of an accident that it happened. And this, the beauty of sports was, so I kind of avoided Tyler for a couple weeks, and then a couple weeks later, we're playing pickup basketball, and we ended up on the same team, and we ended up winning like 4 or 5 games. So at the end of it, you just kind of bond, and it was over with. But yeah, the news that was like my one and only fight, honestly, Tiffany. I don't really fight like that. I walk away quick. I was like, there's no reason. If you win, your hand hurts, and if you lose, your face hurts.
Yeah, either way, you're hurt. Either way, nobody really wins a fight.
Especially with both of us.
The respect.
Yeah, respect is one thing, but it's also, I like to wake up the next day with all my teeth, enjoy my breakfast. Because you've never, anytime I've almost gotten a fight or argument and I've kind of walked away or got out of it, I've always woke up the next morning thinking that was a good move. And at that night, you're all fired up. But the next morning, like, that was a good move, yeah. These waffles are really good with all my teeth. And no markings, and no cops knocking on my door or anything like that. That was a good move. When's the last time you've been in a fight?
2011. And then before that, 2011, last time I've been in an actual physical altercation. You
want to share? Are you allowed?
Nah, I got a case on it still.
Oh. See, we're in a situation now where you just can't. You're going to lose either way because they're going to sue so fast.
Yeah, they try to sue, and then it's like, well, I'd rather give my money to the lawyers than give my money to you. And then there's police reports prove a lot, and I got pictures, and, it is what it is. I remember one time I was about to fight Paula Bell. You remember Paula Bell?
Oh, yeah. Man, I got a Paula Bell story. I'll tell mine after you tell yours.
Okay. Tell yours. Okay, no, I'll tell mine, and then you tell yours.
Mine is not going to be as good as yours, by the way.
No, I don't think mine's that good. That's why I want you to tell yours after mine. because I'm sure yours is like hilarious. Mine's not that hilarious. So anyway, Paula Bell used to pick on me all the time. Used to be like, "You're too young for this. You need to just go get married to a rich man." Like when I was at the Laugh Factory, right?
What
and
year
every
is
time
this, by the way?
This is like 2004.
Okay.
2006, 2004. Like for years, she was like picking on me, and she would be with Tony Rock and Ruben Paul and them, and they would be like, "Don't listen to her, Tiff. She's just drunk right now." And if I had a drink, she'd be like, "You need to stop drinking. You're gonna look like an old hag." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I got good genetics, and I'm not even like drunk like you." And then she would just go on stage and talk so bad about me, and I'd be hosting the show, and she'd be like, "I don't even want to touch this microphone after that dirty bitch touched it." Like she would just say all this stuff. And really be mean and nasty to me, right? And so then one day, I'm hosting the show. She says that stupid shit. And then I come up after her and I was like, "Give it up for Paula Bell, the Wicked Witch of the West. One day I'm going to make a movie and I'm going to cast her as the wicked, evil, white witch of the West." And everybody started laughing, right? And she got mad. So and she yelled something out at me, so I bring up the next comedian. And I head straight to, because she went into the foyer. So I head straight to the foyer like, "Yo, what's up? What's up, Paula? You always talking shit? You know what? I'm tired of this. You think I'm just a little girl that ain't gonna whoop your ass? It's going down." When I start taking my earrings off, taking my ponytail off, she's like, "You're crazy. You're just a crazy little black bitch. You're crazy." I was like, "No, you're fucking crazy for fucking with me. I'm tired of this shit." And so I start coming for it. Once I get my ponytail off, I start coming for it. Ruben Paul and Joe Coy they jumped in front of me, lifted me up and carried me back into the club. Because I was chasing this bitch down. I was going to beat the white off her. I was like, "I'm going to beat you to your other pink meat." Like, I was so mad.
The other pink meat.
And then after that, we became friends. After I was like, "I'll beat your ass, I don't give a fuck," bitch, she's all of a sudden so nice to me, and we're friends now.
Huh. It's funny how that happens.
Right.
It's funny how that happens. But, yeah, okay, yours is probably better. My Paula Bell isn't me and her personally. I was doing the Punchline in Sacramento. And we always they always put you at the Residence Inn. That's just, and I've been coming there for years. So this is honestly around the same time frame. It's probably 2003, 2004. So I've been doing the Punchline for the last 3-4 years. So I go, and they literally got me in like kind of a shithole. I was like, "What happened to the Residence Inn?" Because the Residence Inn was right across the street from the club.
Right.
And they said, well, last week, Paula Bell was here and got like drunk and she trashed the room and they lost the account of the hotel with the comedy club. So her trashing the room meant I had to stay at a shitty hotel. I said, "Well, goddamn, I'm getting penalized."
For her behavior.
Right. They said something crazy. Like she locked herself in the bathroom and was on her cell phone trying to call people saying she was kidnapped and trapped. And she like busted out the window in the bathroom or something. Because she was that drunk, she did not know where she was. It wasn't like move some furniture around. It was bust the window out and saying, "I'm trapped. Somebody kidnapped me," or some craziness. But she ended up being drunk. Maybe she shouldn't drink. She should stop drinking.
She did. I think she did. She did stop drinking. Because when she's not drunk, she's actually really sweet. So I haven't seen her drunk in many, many years. And she's been really nice.
Yeah. And I disclaimer, so we're not being the ones that are trashing somebody. I don't have any issues with Paula Bell. That was your issue with her. I'm glad you guys are friends now. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are friends now. But that was kind of her personality back then. Like, she really would go on stage and would go in on people. Because she was...
Well, she had that car accident. And then that's, like, I think that's when we bonded. Like, after that argument or whatever, and then she saw me. And I said, and I apologized to her for trying to attack her. And she apologized to me for, making me so mad to want to attack her. She apologized for all the things she said to me. And then she started telling me about a car accident that she had, where she had to learn how to walk and all this stuff. And I'm like, "Oh, damn, you're just like my mama. You probably need to see a psychiatrist and take certain medications because you might have some brain damage." And maybe she was like self-medicating. But she had a really bad car accident. And I think when people have head injuries, they flip-flop between good person, bad person a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you said Tony Rock and Joe Coy had to hold you back, right?
Ruben Paul and Joe Coy.
Ruben Paul and Joe Coy. Now, I saw a post for Joe Coy, and tell me if this is true. Did you used to watch his kid when he was on stage?
Yep. I used to babysit his kid while he was on stage. Yep.
So he was bringing his son to the Laugh Factory and the comedy clubs?
Yeah, he was bringing his son to the Laugh Factory, and when he would be on stage, I would be upstairs watching the baby. Like, taking care of the baby. And then when he came back, then he got his baby back. But his baby loved me. And now he a grown man. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I used to hold that baby on my heart and make sure he'd go to sleep. And like, yeah.
That's just, like, there's stories like that people don't hear enough of. We talked enough about the mudslinging. But when Joe posted that, I mean, it just, honestly, it makes you root for him and you that much more. The fact that you got two...
Joe used to look out for me so tough. I was homeless, and I think I only told him and one other person that I was homeless, and I was hungry one day. And he's like, Tiffany, you hungry, aren't you? And I was like, you can see it in my eyes. He's like, yeah. And he was like, let's go across the street and get you one of them hot dogs wrapped in bacon. And to me, he was a god when he bought me that hot dog. Like, anything he ever, like, I was always trying to help him after that.
Yeah.
Because, like, the fact that he fed me and noticed that I was hungry. Like, it meant to me like he cared.
Yeah, Joe always had a good heart and spirit about him from jump. Joe's funny. Around that same time frame, 2003, 2004, he called me. And, you know, Joe was kind of open mic, hadn't hit that much, wasn't selling tickets. Right. And you know, I was like a middle of the road headliner, let's say, you know? And he said, yo, I got this hookup with this shoe company, man. Come down here. So I come to downtown LA, and Joe, for some reason, had to hook up with Pony. I remember, not Nike, not Adidas, not Reebok. It was Pony. I was like, where the fuck did you even find Pony? First of all, but I ain't gonna lie, I was rocking ponies for about 6 months. T-shirts, shorts, shoes. And then some of it I felt like, I'm gonna start my own trend. So I called Joe up, like, hey man, I'm in town. Can I come down to the pony factory? There's a little pony factory downtown. I go, how the hell did Joe get hooked up with Pony?
Well,
and
Joe's partially Asian, and I'm sure there's some Asian guys that run that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, was it? I think it was Latino guys. I can't remember.
Oh.
I can't remember. It was a long time. I didn't know Joe was Asian, honestly. I thought he was other for the longest. I didn't know what
Hilarious.
he was.
Nice. Filipino.
I kept trying to figure it out.
Which is, the Filipino, I think, is a mixture of all the Asians and Spanish and black. That's what I think.
Oh, my God.
But I could be completely wrong.
I mean, you're not far off base if you're Joe's age group, because, you know, the Navy had the big base in the Philippines. And a lot of the Navy sailors would get married and bring the Asian ladies, the Filipino ladies back, because the whole family would come with them. And then all of a sudden you got all these half black, half white, half Latino Filipinos
right.
running around San Diego. Because a lot of
people in the Philippines got Spanish last names, which makes me think that the Spanish colonized it earlier in time.
Well, this is my thing with the Philippines, Tiffany. My biological dad was in the Navy and was stationed over there for a couple years. And I go, there's no doubt I got a half Filipino brother or sister running around, because he was wilding. 18, 19 in the Philippines. I go, I just keep getting on the internet looking for the funny Filipino that looks like me. I keep waiting for that kind of pop from our personalities.
Hey, do your 23andMe or Ancestry.com and do a DNA test, and then hopefully one of them do a DNA test or one of their kids, and it'll link you guys up. Turns out I got a lot of third cousins out here.
Now what is it called?
23andMe.
So if you do it and somebody else randomly does it, it can link you?
Yeah, it can link you guys. It links like family members, people who share the same genetic like codes and stuff.
How do I even know that?
I made my mama do it because my mama said that we got Indian in our family, right? That we Blackfoot, Navajo, Indian. That's what my mama said. So I did my 23andMe. Wasn't no Native American in me at all. Nothing. Like, I'm East African, West African, Irish, Italian, Scottish, English, like all this, you know. I'm a white woman. That's a huge
gangbang.
Right. That's generations and generations of mixture of DNA, right? So then I tell my mama, there ain't no Native American in me unless you're not my real mom. Maybe you're not my real mama. Yeah, but we look so much alike. So then I make her take the 23andMe, and it comes back. It sent me alert before she even get her results. It sent me alert that there's a parental match for me. So that already said like this is your mother, and then my sister did it, my aunties did it, and we all matched up. Like, and I didn't use my real name for mine or anything. So. And we all matched. It's matching up the whole family. Every time one of the family members do it, match it up. But then all these second and third cousins, when my mama went up, we got cousins all over the place.
Yep. How many brothers and sisters you got?
I got 2 sisters and 2 brothers.
Are they both in
LA?
LA?
I might have 3.
All 4 of them in LA?
Yeah, all of them we're all in LA. That's off my mama's side. Off my daddy's side, there's a potential that I have like 2 more sisters and a brother. But my daddy say they not really his. But and then I say, well, then y'all got to do DNA tests if y'all want to claim me as y'all sister, and they don't want to do the DNA test. So.
Oh, why would they not want to do it?
I don't know, because then they find out their mama was a hoe. I don't know. Or maybe they find out their mama lied to them. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I'd want to know. I'd want to know.
Yeah, I would want to know
sure.
too. If somebody that's famous could potentially be my relative, let's do a test. Let's do a test.
Yeah, why would you not want that? Especially you. It's not like you. I don't know. Some celebs maybe not, but someone like you, I'm like, yeah. Tis my sis.
I don't know. This one girl, my dad says she your sister, maybe. I don't know, because there's another man that looked like me that was around, but. She your sister, maybe. So then I meet her, and we kind of got the same eyebrows, but that's about it. And when I see pictures of her mom looked like my mom. So I'm like, oh, her dad, my dad got a type. So she might be my sister.
You said same eyebrows?
Yeah, we got the same kind of eyebrows. A lot of people don't have eyebrows like this. So
you sound like you're in a Maury episode.
Yeah. Well, I've been watching a lot of Maury lately too. And
got the same eyebrows.
Yeah, we got the same kind of eyebrows. And she got a pretty smile, but that's about it. That makes me think we could be related. Because she's like very introvert and like quiet and all that stuff. And like the family is loud. Like we turn up. Like so,
both sides?
Both sides. I went to Africa to bury my father, and it was like, oh, I know who I am now. Because those aunties, loud like me, fingers shaped like me, face shaped like me, turn up, party, dance, don't even need no music, just like me. Mm-hmm. So,
and
I think sometimes the way somebody behaves is in their DNA code. It's in your genetics.
I mean, DNA is not a game. That's why athletes have athletes. That's why funny people have funny people. That's why loud people have loud people. Right. DNA is nothing to mess with. Right. Now, I felt like I skipped over it earlier because I don't want the podcast to be that where people are like unloading baggage. But when you said when you were talking about your mom earlier, and you've been very vocal about your mom in a lot of interviews, and I relate a lot to your upbringing. My upbringing was very different, but. Again, I felt comedy like saved my life and was my escape. And I feel like in that aspect, it's similar to yours. Where you've been very vocal, where comedy just was like, once you got on stage, it was like, almost it was a release to all the stress and pressure going on in your life.
Yeah, it's a safe place. I mean, I can honestly say, I feel, and then like when we go over the records, I've been under attack a majority of my life. I've had some kind of aggressor or attacker or, feeling not safe majority of the time. Really like 85% of the time, my whole life, like I feel like I was not safe. But when I get on that stage, it's the safest place on earth, I feel like. Even though a room full of people are staring at me and judging me or expecting me to do something for them, I'm safe because I have witnesses. And like, regardless if I did good or bad, I was brave enough to get up here, brave enough to express myself. And the only reason I'm able to do that is because I'm safe.
It is
That's how I
true,
feel.
man. And only comedians know that no matter what's going on in your life, whether you're going through a divorce, whether you're going through mental abuse, whether you're going through financial struggles, once you get on the stage and you get that first laugh, like, I don't care if it's just a little chuckle, it's just like everything kind of goes away. And you're like, I'm at home.
Right.
Only comedians know that feeling. Maybe singers, but not even singers. I don't know about that, because comedians, like, we're bearing our souls on stage.
Yes.
Like we're letting you into our world. And I find in the beginning you just want the laughs. Even if it's cheap laughs, I call it. But when you can just get a crowd and they're silent and they're listening to your story, sometimes I enjoy the silence as much as the laughs, because they're listening. You know what I mean?
People write me all the time like, I was crying, I felt so bad for you, and then you made me laugh so hard. I felt bipolar. Like,
Yeah.
like, people write me with that. So,
Because I didn't know your
Definitely
story. I didn't know everything you went through until Girls Trip came out, and you start sharing your story more. And I had no clue. I didn't know you were homeless. I didn't know you were living out. Only thing I knew about you, Tiff, was your husband, because you shared that with me over the phone. And that's all I knew. I didn't know everything you went through with your mom, foster care. I didn't know you were Jewish. I didn't know you used to do bar mitzvahs. I didn't know any of that until the interviews. And I did, I know I did, I gotta look back, but I know I did an Instagram post where I talked about it. I said, I never knew anything about Tiffany like that. Never knew. You know?
I was always just trying to be happy-go-lucky around you and not bring you any bad news. That's the other thing, like, you know, I used to hide a lot of stuff because I didn't want people to feel bad for me or sorry for me or get any pity or anything. So as I became more successful and people are like, how did you do it? I'm like, I better start sharing everything and not like try to hide that I was homeless or anything like that, because that should have come back to bite me in the ass later. So if I tell all my truth before anybody else do, nobody can hurt me. You can't hurt me if I already told it.
Yeah. And you know when people are genuine and when they're not. You and Tracy Morgan are the two comedians I know that they always say you change your personality depending on who you're with. Like, you with your homegirls from South Central, most people would act different when they're around Barack and Michelle. And I'm like, not Tiff and not Tracy Morgan. Those two have one personality. Tracy Morgan's gonna be Tracy Morgan, and Tiffany Haddish is gonna be Tiffany Haddish, no matter who they're with.
Well, Tracy Morgan is way nicer if you give him a candy bar.
Oh, really? What does that mean?
That's a moody man. And he's moody.
Oh, Tracy. Well, Tracy, that's the thing. Tracy will take you on a ride, and sometimes, okay, so when I'll tell you a story about Tracy Morgan that's hysterical. And Craig Wayans and I think Damian Wayans was in the room. You know, not Marlon Shawn? The other two. They're more behind the scenes.
Yeah. The behind the scenes bros.
We were shooting Little Man in Vancouver, and my room was right below Tracy's room. And Tracy would always call me to come watch TV. Gary, come watch the Jets. The Jets are on. And I'm a Bengals fan. He's a Jets fan. I go up to his room one night after we all went out clubbing or something. We all end up back in Tracy's room. And Tracy starts going off on me out of left field. He's like, going, fuck you, Gary Owen. Talking about you like black women. My mother's black. I was like, what's he talking about? And then he said, I'll call Laurel Michaels. You'll never be on TV. I did 7 years on SNL. And he's going in on me. And Craig is like positioning himself because he thinks I'm going to come up and go off on Tracy. And I'm just looking at him going, it's just a rite of passage. I've heard Tracy does this, and I'm getting it right now. So I'm just listening, like, and Tiffany, in the middle of him just going in on me, the doorbell rings to his hotel room. The guy delivers room service, wings and pizza. In the middle of Tracy going in on me, he goes, fuck you, Gary. You want a slice? And then start going in on. He offers me a slice of pizza in the middle of the rant. Fuck you, Gary Owen. You ain't shit. You want a slice? So now I take the pizza, and then he goes right back into going in on me. I go, what the fuck was that? Was that a commercial break?
And once he finished eating, though, he was all good. It was all love, right?
Oh, my God. Hold on. The next day, we're on set. Craig's talking to me before Tracy gets to set, and he's like, yo, I can't believe you didn't go off. I go, no, I've heard stories about Tracy. I knew this would come eventually if you hang out with them enough. And then Tracy comes up, gives me a kiss on my forehead, Tiffany, hugs me and goes, yo, we went like rock stars last night. I was going in on you, G, and you were just taking it. You my youth, kid. You my youth. I was like, what the fuck? Like, he remembered it. It still was like, yo, almost like he was testing me. Yo, Gary, we partied like rock stars last night. And you just took it, yo. I love you, kid. I love you. That's what he said. I love you for that. I love you for that. I was like, what the fuck, Tracy?
That's
what
Tracy.
I said. Yeah. So you know what you get with that. Not like you. I mean, you would never go off on somebody.
I go off on somebody when you start accusing me of things that aren't true. If it's the truth, I'm with it. But if it's not true, I will cuss your ass out.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. But just don't get in fist fights. That's what you pay people for.
No. You pay people for that. I won't get in no fist fights. Let somebody hit me. If they put their hands on me first, they gon' feel the wrath of the Haddish. I'm gonna put these paws on them.
Yeah.
Don't hit me first.
Paws.
If you hit me first, you better knock me out.
Right.
Because I ain't gonna stop. It's been so many years too. It's gonna unleash a beast. It's gonna be a problem.
I can't even imagine like you if you get in a fight at this point in your life, you would have so much pent-up aggression. And not only would they be getting the ass beaten from your childhood, your husband, but they also getting it from probably the IRS. Like, you didn't know how, like, oh, you motherfuckers taking 30%. You didn't do shit for this money.
30%, they take 51% from me. And you should see how I sign these checks. Like, I'll be like, it's so bad.
That's what they don't teach you in this business. When you
they
come
don't
into a
teach
little
you about
money.
them taxes.
Oh my God. That is a love-hate relationship.
I'm like, where's my birthday card? They don't even send a thank you, we received your money. Like, they just cash it and that's it. And then they hurry up and send you another bill, like, you owe us this too, you owe us this too. Like, send me a birthday card. A thank you.
Anything. Right.
I would probably pay extra if he was nice to me.
Right. How about like an IRS refrigerator magnet? Anything. To show you appreciate. You know what I mean? How about a pen? We're writing you enough checks. There should be IRS pens that you send to everybody.
I don't want no damn pen. I want a fucking birthday card. I want them to recognize that I'm here on this planet and I'm contributing constantly. That's what I mean. Comedians, we can get in trouble with the IRS quick when you're on the road a lot. Because the comedy clubs ain't taking the taxes out. You got to have it. I learned the hard way, you know. I had to learn the hard way. I go, what? I've been on my taxes. That's something that was always like, I felt like, because I remember my grandma saying, when you're an adult, you pay taxes. You do your taxes. You stay on top of that. Like, you don't want the government coming after you for some little bit of money. You don't never want to owe nobody nothing. So as an adult, be responsible and do your taxes and get them done right by somebody that knows what they're doing, or you go learn how to do it. So I took a class. That class is obsolete now.
You do your own taxes?
Not no more. Hell no. The classes I took for doing your taxes was for poor people taxes.
That's what I said. H&R Block type shit.
Poor people taxes. This is a whole nother beast, you know. I got this house. I do like things you can't write off a lot of stuff now when it comes to housing. So you got to buy more properties. I try to like just buy properties, get in an investment group so I can be like, I would pay you guys, but I don't want the money's tied up. I'm broke.
Yeah, we got to get off this subject. The IRS probably watching.
Hey, they get their money. They know what's up. Look, my shit's honest and legit. I'm learning from the real rich ones. So.
Oh yeah, you got the right group. You got the right group with Jada, Queen, and Regina, and they've been in this business a long time.
Yeah,
just be a sponge. Yeah, be a sponge around them.
I am like more information, more. Call me SpongeBob. SpongeBob.
Suck it all up.
Sponge nippity.
I love the fact that I had Will Packer on last week, and I asked him I said, have you ever done a movie outside of Think Like a Man, where the cast really became like a family. Like we all got each other's cell phones and we're still even. Because, I think Ely said it best. Michael Ealy said a lot of movies are like summer camp. You just come hang out with a group of people, have fun, and everybody goes their separate ways, back to their own lives. And with Think Like a Man, everybody's doing their own hustle, but everybody stayed in touch, and we root for each other, and we'll post shit for each other to help each other's projects. And he said, yeah, Girls Trip was like that too. He said, U4 and Think Like a Man was the two movies where everybody's still like, boom, still tight.
Yeah. We like a family. I'm always like inviting them over for dinner. Nobody ever shows up, but we do all go to Jada's house. But they never come to mine. I guess because I'm in the hood. Things are changing.
Well,
the hood is changing.
I'll tell you what, when this lifts and we're able to move about again, I'm not going to LAX Tacos without you.
Okay.
I want to have that experience with you. I want to be there.
You're gonna love it. Oh my gosh. You're gonna love it.
I'm going to fall back and let you order. I'm just going to be like, you tell me. I'm just falling back.
You just tell me what you like. Chicken, beef, pork, like shrimp, fish.
I'm chicken. Like? I'm a pollo.
You like
pollo.
Them chicken tacos. You going to try to marry somebody in there. I'm telling you. You're going to be like, I know I'm married, but I need this person, whoever made this, to come to my house.
I'm just going to have to give Kenya the recipe. I'm not messing that up.
They ain't gonna give it to her. She gonna have to taste it. You gonna have to bring. We bring her too. Bring her too.
I want to be like
her.
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
I haven't seen her in so long. Bring her too, and then we can all eat together. And then I'll bring somebody too. It could be a double date.
I'm down with it. We'll do a wife swap. That's what everybody thought me and Ely did. We posted something on Instagram. Everybody thought we really swapped wives and was on the TV show.
Hilarious.
I was like, Michael Ealy would never do a show like that, by the way. Ever.
I would love to do a house swap. I would love for someone to come who lives in a big, beautiful mansion to come stay in my little hood house, and I go stay in their mansion.
I'll tell you what. Now, I have a nice house. I wouldn't call it bad, but it's really nice, and I'm up in Northern California. But
yeah,
I would love. You know what would be funny if me and you did that? And you would have to be around all these neighbors I got, conservative, mostly white people. And then I'm in the hood because what would happen was I would fit right in with your neighbors, no doubt.
Oh, you would totally fit in with my neighbors because my neighbors are different now. It is, I think, two Asian ladies that live across the street. There's only 3 black families on the whole block. Everybody is now white and Hispanic.
Oh, maybe I wouldn't be as... Maybe it wouldn't be what I thought.
Well, but this is my problem right now. When I come home from work or whatever, and it's like 1 a.m, and I see a white woman pushing the stroller and walking the dog at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah, things change.
First of all, the fact that you feel that safe to be out this late with your baby and a dog make me feel some type of way. Make me think she's selling drugs. And so I called the police on her. It's a white woman walking around here with a stroller and a dog. Something's wrong with her.
And did the cops show up?
They showed up quick. They never come in. Telling you, the last 2 years, the police been coming way faster. Everything's like changed. It's changed. And I think they're selling these houses around me, and I keep trying to buy them, but they won't let me buy. But I think that the agents are saying, like, oh, Tiffany Haddish lives in this neighborhood. Only reason I say, because every time somebody new move into the neighborhood, there is a fucking pie or a cake on my front door.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Since you live in the same area, the same house, before you quote-unquote hit, like you are now, do people just randomly stop by that already knew you, but already just randomly stop by?
Yeah, and I don't answer the door for them. I talk to them through the ring. I'll be like, what's up? What you want? Through my ring. One girl came to my house that I never knew, and she rapped. She did a full rap song into my doorbell.
She was trying to get a deal?
She's trying to get a deal. And
did they realize you're a comedian? That's what could be getting me.
You know, I almost posted the video of her rap because she was kind of okay. It was kind of okay, but she was like, God sent me a message, to show me that you the one that's gonna help me get to the next level in my career. And you know, the fact that you are just this, I can't even believe I could just walk up to your door right now. This is just God telling me, can I just do my song for you real quick? Let me just do my song for you. I said, do what you want, baby girl, but the door's not opening and the police will be here soon. And she got to full on rapping. And I was like, the police are gonna be here any minute. She did like a minute and 40 seconds and said what her Instagram and everything was. And you could see the police coming from the distance in the thing. And she's like, all right, sis, I'm out. And just walked off the porch and hit it down the street.
I'm out. That's the best.
Sis, I'm out.
All right, Tiff, I'm out.
Yeah.
Now, okay, when people come to your door, now I get this, and I'm sure you got to get it worse than me. As far as like, the songs, whether it goes down in the DM.
Yeah.
I get people ask me to pay their bills.
All the time.
But it's amazing how they assume you're going to do it. They'll send me their bank information, the address. They'll send me the eviction notice to prove they're not lying. I'm like, what? Did I say yes? At any point did I respond to this?
This is what I can't stand, when people request money from me on Cash App and Venmo and stuff. And they be requesting like $50, $100. Somebody requested $5,000 from me on there. And I wrote back, you must be $5,000 out your fucking mind. I don't know you.
Right. It's just amazing to me how people, you don't know any. One time I made a response and I was just in, I think I was like in Des Moines, Iowa at the Funny Bone. I'm bored. It's Thursday night. I'm going through something. And one lady said, can you send me $900? My son's getting ready to graduate high school and I need it for cap and gown and other expenses. And I just messaged back, have you thought about asking his dad? And she went, what the fuck you think his dad was in his life? I'd be asking you. I was like, oh shit. It was like a paragraph of cussing me out.
It should be like, well, you should have wrote back, well, I see why the dad is not helping.
Yeah, I was more like this. High school graduation doesn't sneak up on you, by the way. Like a cap and gown.
Doesn't.
And what cap and gown is $900?
None. She went to get a limo and all kind of extra shit and buy herself some weed. I'm so sick of it. Look, this is the other thing I'm sick of. Ain't nobody ever invited me to a graduation. Ain't nobody invited me to no celebration, no champagne parties, nothing, right? All of a sudden this pandemic hit, everybody graduation coming up, and now colleges are asking me to do commencement speeches and stuff. First of all, I didn't even graduate from college. I'm not about to do that. I did graduate from high school and junior high. These high schools and junior highs hit me up, and I'm like, why are y'all hitting me up? They ain't never asked me for nothing like this before. I'm insulted.
You talking about they want you to do it virtually?
Yeah, like videos like, congratulations on your graduation, guys. Life is going to be blah, blah, blah. And when you get out there and I didn't even get to speak at my own graduation. I don't want to speak at that I don't want to do it.
Tiff.
And nobody's ever invited me before. Y'all never invited me before.
When it happens, if it happens next year when we're done and regular graduation, just please make sure somebody's videotaping it. Tiffany, I would rather watch a Tiffany Haddish commencement speech than a Barack Obama commencement speech.
I'm just saying.
I would much rather watch you. It's almost like
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna be like, coming from a girl who been homeless, who done been starving, who done ran through every kind of dude trying to figure out who right for me, picking the wrong one, then trying to say, okay, I'm gonna do customer service, and then you realize, no, I ain't really no customer service person. I like to tell stories. So I'm gonna be a comedian. I'm gonna be this, and bumping my head up against the wall. Y'all gonna bump y'all heads too. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody life here perfect. All of y'all gonna have ups and downs. I don't care if you got privilege. You gonna have some issues.
Tim,
some will be
I can see you going, who's the hoe in this class? Every class got a hoe. Who the hoe in this class? Girl, get away from this school. Nobody knows you a hoe once you get to college. You can start a new leaf. It's a new day, girl. You ain't no hoe no more.
But in college, that's where you be the hoe.
Yeah, but they don't know that. In college, you starting over. They don't know you slept with.
When you get to college, you're not gonna be considered a hoe. You a lady.
Yeah.
You just living your life.
I just want to see the one girl going like this. That's me. That's me. Yeah, I'm that hoe.
Everybody gonna look at her.
And then you got Tiff as a commencement. You got to look at the parents, and it ain't your fault. You did what you could. You see that? Hoes can come from two-parent homes too. Hoes can come from two-parent. Hoes ain't just from single-parent homes. All right?
That's why I can't do this. I'm not doing no commencements, no graduation speeches, nothing.
When it happens, I just want it one time. One time. And Tiff, I would love for it to be. It's going to end up on the front page of Google. That's why I don't be I be real selective about what I do, because it's going to end up on, this conversation will end up on the front page of Google. Nah, we didn't really go in on anybody. We didn't do too bad.
And be like, Tiffany Haddish responds to Cat Williams.
Oh my God.
Paula Bell is attacked by Tiffany Haddish. The
really?
shit is going to be viral.
Okay. I hope. I mean, I'm not saying I don't, but I hope it's for the right reasons.
Tiffany Haddish claims, Larry, let me think of something crazy to say.
Hold on. Tiffany just found out Tiffany Haddish is Joe Coy's son's mother.
Yeah. Which is a long-running joke I've had with his son. Like, I'm your real mama. I know that lady say she your mama, but you see how your hair slightly curl? That's because I'm your real mama. But I was homeless, so your daddy took me from you and said this other lady your mama. And Joe says he always asks him, am I really black, Dad? Am I black?
I know you're close to Joe, but how'd you get so close with Lil Rel?
Man, when we did Bill Bellamy, Who's Got Jokes, I thought he was funny.
You did that?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were on Who Got Jokes.
Yeah, I did it the year I won the first round in LA. That's how I got into Def Jam.
Wow, I did not know. But that was on like TV1 when TV1 was on its way up.
Right.
So it wasn't a channel you just scrolled through. You would just stop by there every now and then.
Right. So
I didn't know you were on Who Got Jokes.
Yeah, so he was performing in Chicago. They flew us all out to Chicago to watch them, and I thought he was so funny. I was like, yo, you're going to be my friend. I literally walked up to him and was like, you're going to be my friend. He's like, what? I was like, you're going to be my friend. My name is Tiffany Haddish. I'm from Los Angeles, and we're friends now. Give me your phone number. And we've been friends ever since. Every time he's ever come to LA. Well, in the first beginning, like he would come to LA and Corey Fernandez would come to LA and both of them would stay at my place. And then we would go like to these parties and go to auditions and everything. And like when he got married, I had his back. When I got married, he's like, I got your back. Like sending gifts and stuff. I send gifts to the kids. Like he's like a brother to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And yet, who got casted first on the Carmichael show?
He did. And I didn't even know about the Carmichael show till he told me about it. He was like, man, Tiff, you should be on this show. The girl that they got on, she's busy and stuff. And I was like, And he told me, and I was like, when he told me that Gerard got the show and that they were having auditions, I ran into Gerard and I was like, dang, Gerard, you're always telling me that you like my comedy, you respect my game, but you couldn't even let me come in and audition? That's messed up. What kind of shit is that? But if you need help with anything, you let me know. I'm here for you. I'll be a PA. I'll get you coffee. I'll help you run lines. I'll write, whatever you need, because I don't have nothing to do this summer. And then like 2 weeks later, he calls me and is like, hey, can you come in and do this table read with us? The young lady that we hired is doing a play. So can you rehearse with us for the table read? I said, yeah, no problem. I did the table read. Then they asked me to come back for the rehearsals. And then the day before they was going to shoot the pilot, the girl comes back and I guess she wasn't no Tiffany Haddish, and they called me later on in the day and asked me if I would do the part of Nikisha, and I said yeah. But Rel is the one who like was in their ears, like you should get Tiffany to come in, you should get Tiffany to come in. And then when I attacked Gerard, it kind of like I didn't attack, but I just let him know how I felt.
Yeah, Lil Rel's he's one of those guys that. First time I saw him perform, like, I don't know what show we was on together, I was like, oh, shit, there's something there.
What, at Bad Boys? Was it Bad Boys, a comedy?
No, live, like, in Chicago. D-Ray used to have riddles on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
And Lil Rel used to pass out flyers at the mall. And he would go up and do, like, 5 minutes before the headliner. And he went up before me, and I was like, man, that young guy's pretty good. And then I saw him a couple more times, and he was good. And then when I lived in Cincinnati, I had a Tuesday night spot, and Rel came in there and ripped harder than anybody ever ripped in the 3 years that I did my Tuesday nights. Tiffany, he ripped so hard, I thought he was getting booed. Because I was back in the green room, and the crowd was just going nuts. And that room had a rep of booing people if you wasn't funny. And literally like 10 minutes in, I go, oh shit. I run out there thinking, oh fuck, I gotta go save them. And I went, oh my God, like people just hitting each other and going nuts. He destroyed that night. Destroyed.
Oh, that's
like, man.
awesome.
And that's when I was like, oh my God. And then a couple more times I worked with him, but I always knew there was something there. And like I told him, when he was on the podcast, I told him, I said, you're one of those guys that no one would ever accuse you of doing anything hacky. There wasn't like, your jokes nobody could ever sit on the side of stage and be like, I heard that. Or nobody could say like, oh, if you put a music bit on, that's like almost karaoke comedy. Because you've seen it. You've been on shows where somebody's ripping and comics are on the side of the stage and they're sitting there critiquing because of your rip. If you're destroying, they're critiquing it. And I said, nobody's ever said, oh, Rel's, he got that from so-and-so. Or I've heard that joke before, that premise. His shit is all just his. That's why I told him so. I wasn't shocked about his trajectory. I wasn't shocked. Now that
But you was shocked about mine.
I was shocked that it was.
That you got that I got Def Jam.
No, it was one part. Def Jam, fuck you on that one. I should have been on that. I literally went. That was my line. You was like, it literally. This is verbatim. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is you on stage. What's up, y'all? Bitch just got Def Jam, and literally I'm on the side going, this bitch. I don't know your name. I hadn't heard one joke yet. I go, this bitch. And then afterwards, I think I was like, you know how you're kind of like beating around the bush for information? And I think that's when I come up to you. I said, oh, so you just got Def Jam? Like, yeah, I just called audition. I was like, oh, okay. And I talked to you for a few more minutes. But in the back of my mind, I was like, I did not want to like you. I go, please be a bitch and fucking slut or something. You and Neil Brennan. And you were just, I was like, God damn. I remember leaving there going, God damn it. I'm kind of glad she got it. She was nice. Fuck. And you just drive. Now you're looking for somebody else to be mad at. Well, who the fuck else is on the show?
That's so funny. Why do comedians do that? Why do we get like so upset about like somebody else's blessing? I used to be like that. I don't do it no more, but I used to.
Yeah. Well, I think we all get in our, like I said, we get in our feelings at times. And when Def Jam was different, it wasn't like I was mad at you or anybody else that got it. I was more like, I went through the ringer to get on that show. And you know my stand-up is perfect for Def Jam. Like I told you, if it was Country Music Channel, I could have taken that L. Okay. But the fact that I auditioned in Cincinnati for Bob Sumner, he was doing this nationwide search, I guess. And not to sound conceited, but I had a great set in Cincinnati. The next week, they did it in Columbus. They called me to host the Columbus auditions. Great. I rip again. To me, it was a done deal. Like, okay, I'm going to get it. I just waiting on the call. And then when I got the call and it said, yeah, we felt like you were funny, but just not right for Def Jam. I was like, what? And then, that's what it was. It was like I said, I'm glad I got Kenya in my life.
Russell Peters took your spot.
Oh, and yeah, Russell Peters. Yeah, I saw Russ. I was like, what the fuck? I kept looking for another white dude. What other white dude got on Def Jam? They picked an Indian dude?
Russell Peters.
Right. That's why Kenya always grounds me. She goes, Gary, that's not the other comic's fault. I go, yeah, you're right. It's whatever. Yeah, you good.
That part is not their fault. And it wasn't for you. Look, no other comedians but Kevin Hart got in the Think Like a Man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I said, this business, you just, I've learned to be happy for people's successes. And especially like good people, like you're a good person at the core. Like Kevin Hart's a good person at the core. Joe Coy's a good person at the core. Lil Rel. Like,
Yeah.
they're just like good people that honestly you want to work with in the future. Like, I just want to work with you guys in the future
like,
on something.
Everyone you named plus you, I would work with 1,000 times over. And I think that's what the key is to this industry when it's like, oh, it's so hard to get in Hollywood. No, people want to work with people they know they get along with. They know that's going to be on time. They know that's going to deliver the talent. That's not going to give them a hard time and that they can make money off of. Like, if they can make money, they're going to work with you.
Right.
But if you an asshole, if you always a Debbie Downer, if nobody wants to be around you, then you're not going to succeed in this business. And pretending to be cool or pretending to be fun to be around is so fake and people see through it and that's not going to last. But being yourself, that's what I love about you. You have never changed. How you talk to me, how you communicate with me has never, ever changed. And I think that's so important because, you know, they say, oh, when you get money, you change. No, the people change. That's what I've noticed.
Exactly.
And the people that are always the same to me, treat me the same way, are the people that I consistently work with, consistently. If you ask me to do something, I'll be like, all right, cool, I can do it. Or you know, if I got the time, I'm going to do it. Like I'm doing your podcast. Because you've always treated me the same with respect and dignity.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You always wonder how people think about you in the business. I'm like, I think I've been cool with everybody. I don't think I've burned any bridges.
There's a few people that think you an asshole. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, really?
There's a few people that think you a piece of shit. And I always tell them, maybe he had the shit on you because you shitty.
Yeah. Or we all have our days.
Because he don't treat me like that. He treat me good.
Yeah. And like I said, we all have our days. You could catch somebody on a bad day sometimes. You never know. Okay.
So people that call me on a bad day, I done cuss their ass out. Yep.
I don't want to hold you too much longer, but I always ask this of all my comedian / actor / producers friends I have on the podcast. But I think I know the answer to this question. One person that you haven't worked with yet that you want to work with.
Carol Burnett.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to say Meryl Streep.
That too. I was getting ready to say Carol Burnett or Meryl Streep. I mean, I want to work with both. If I could do a movie with both, where Carol Burnett is my grandma, Meryl Streep is my mama, and then I'm the daughter. And then they be like, why she come out like this?
Nice.
So we do like a little movie together. I don't know. And Meryl Streep is hood as hell, more ghetto than me.
Oh, really?
And that's where I learned it from.
If
Carol Burnett and Meryl Streep are like, look, bitch, listen, give me my drink, listen.
Yes, right away. Yes, yeah. But
we finna go down to this swap meet. If Meryl Streep is like, we about to go to this swap meet and we gonna find us some men, let's go. I would die. I would die. It would make everything perfect for my life, just to hear her say that.
Well, that's my what I hope this podcast becomes is the one where everybody talks about who they want to work with, and like in a couple of years, like, goddamn, Gary's podcast, you better put it out there because it happens.
Right.
Because like Will Packer said Will Smith, you said Meryl Streep and Carol Burnett, Michael Ealy. I asked him director. He said Steve McQueen, the director. But I also want to ask you, is there I think you just answered it, a type of movie you want to do that you haven't done yet?
A type of movie I want to do a superhero movie. I want to be a superhero.
Superhero.
And that's why I think it would be really cool if Meryl Streep and Carol Burnett were my mother and grandmother.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Turns out they've really been protecting me from the world because I haven't learned what I'm capable of completely. And they guide me through, once I hit a certain age, they guide me through why I'm like transforming, and then they help me take over the world.
And it would be dope if they never bring up.
Help me protect the world.
And the best about that movie, if they never bring up they're white and you're black. The audience is like, are they ever going to bring it up? They never bring it up.
Never bring it up. And as far as I'm concerned, they black. As far as I'm concerned, they are black.
Yeah, that's your grandma and mom. And nobody brings up like, did they realize what's going on? Motherfucker, it's a superhero movie. Anything happen.
Did you see the picture of Future and Meryl Streep next to each other? You could they look exactly alike. You got to put them in. And you could clearly tell they probably share the same, like, they come from the same plantation. Meryl Streep and Future.
Am I allowed to laugh at that? I don't know if
And
I
in future, yes, you can laugh at that. And in future, I want him to be in a movie too, where he's like my brother. And when him and Meryl Streep stand, like when they stand next to each other, you can see the resemblance, the cheekbones, everything, even the smile.
What was it on Instagram or something, or is it just a picture you saw?
It's on. You can Google it. Meryl Streep and Future.
Okay.
Related for sure. They look just alike.
All right,
Just
and
different skin tones.
last question before I let you go. Like I got you hostage. Do you have any stories from set or an audition where you just like froze, like forgot your lines and went, oh shit? Oh,
Well, on
'cause
set, that happens all the time, and then I just make up stuff. I just make it
that's
up.
my biggest fear, is being on set and be like, oh, fuck, I just dropped everything. I don't even know where I'm at.
Yeah, it's happened to me in auditions before, too, and I end up booking a job. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I'll forget what the lines are, forget everything, and just go with, I just start making up stuff. Like, this is the moment that, like, because I know it's supposed to be happening. So
Yeah.
then I just kind of make it up.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes that ends up in the movies, but most of the time it doesn't.
Yeah. Well, but see, when you do something like that, I think that's where they're hiring you. They're like this. All right, we can. If she drops a line on set, we can feed her the line. But the fact that she's just like not freezing up, she's still in the scene.
Yeah.
That says a lot. Because honestly, you're better than me. I wish I would have did this interview 15 years ago.
Hilarious.
I
never freeze up online. Like, I just keep going, because what we're doing is playing imaginary, right? We're living the life of somebody else, living this slice of life. So if you forget the lines, that's okay. For that moment, just be in the moment. Just have a conversation till you remember.
Yeah.
Which happens. Sometimes we're going like a full circle, and then you're like, oh, that's the line. And then you drop the proper line in. And if you got a good actor with you, they're dropping in right behind you. Like, so y'all just, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful symmetry, but
yeah, I've never
you gotta
done
have
it
someone
on.
who's strong.
It's never happened to me on set. It's just there's been some auditions where I was like, oh shit. Well, okay,
Even in the
where am I at?
auditions. Yeah, even in the auditions, just keep going. Just keep going. Just because we're playing pretend. It's imaginary, bro. It's not real.
Let me tell you, Tiffany, let me tell you probably it was almost my favorite audition I ever did. And I wish there was a video of it out there. I'm sure, but this is like 99. And remember the show Jag?
Yes.
TV show Jag? I was auditioning for Jag, and I just found out right when I'm sitting in the hallway to go walk in for Jag, I found out I booked an episode of the Wayans Brothers. So I'm like this, fuck yeah, today's a good day. There's nothing that could go wrong today. Even if I get this or not, I'm good. And I go into the audition, and it's a drama. And I hadn't had no drama auditions yet. And Tiffany, when I tell you it is going so bad, I'm butchering it. I'm looking down. So I'm supposed to be a Marine on the run, and they got all these guys got me surrounded on the beach, and my girlfriend's dying in my arms. We're criminals. She's dying in my arms. So I'm literally on my knees, acting like I'm in the lines, and I literally just went, I don't even like this bitch. I'll be honest with you. Tim, I think there was 4 people in the room. 3 people just went, but one lady in the corner went, whoa. I go, okay, well, I made somebody laugh. And I remember I left there, and there was like 8 guys in the hallway for the same part. I go, it's wide open, fellas, wide open. Then my agent comments like, what the fuck happened? I go, I butchered it, bro. I'm sorry. I fucking butchered it.
That reminds me of I auditioned for Days of Our Lives, and I didn't realize that Days of Our Lives is like a really dark drama. It's a drama, right?
You have to pause when you say that, Tiffany. Hold on. Tiffany Haddish on Days of Our Lives. I just want people to let that sink in for a minute. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So I auditioned for it, and I go in there. I think I am killing. I know it's a drama, but I feel like every drama has a little bit of comedy to it. So I'm doing my thing. I'm hamming it a little bit and going off. I can't believe you, Richard. And you're not a good mom anyways. Like, all this shit. And the casting director, almost to the end, goes, stop. You are not ready for television. You are not ready at all. Did you prepare this? I was like, yes, I prepared it. I don't even need the paper. I know my line. She was like, your character's all over the place. You're being silly and funny. This is a drama. I said, I'm bringing drama. Do you know drama? Like, I was arguing with this lady.
I was trained in El Camino Real.
Hello? I went to El Camino Real. I done took 2 acting classes at Santa Monica Community College. I got this.
Boom.
Needless to say, she never called me back into her office, but I ran into her like 4 years ago, and she was like, I'm really proud of you. You listened and you prepared. You got ready. I didn't audition for her anymore, but she was saying because of my career, what I've done up to that point.
Was it on tape or was it just for casting?
It was just for casting. Thank the gods.
Man, God damn it. I would love to see that audition tape. I would love to see that JAG audition. I wish I could find that. I would love to see that JAG audition.
You probably could. You probably could find it.
I had to find that. That was a long time ago. But
Right.
all right, Tiff, look, I appreciate you coming on. Next time I'm in LA when this lifts, we're going to go get LAX tacos together.
LAX Taco, call me as soon as you get here.
I lost her audio.
Can you hear me now?
You got her audio?
Yeah.
I lost it, guys.
I can hear you. Yeah, they
flipped
died.
out? All right.
They died.
I
They're
can't hear
working.
shit.
Can you hear me now?
Should I just say bye? What a cold fucking way to end this. I can't even. All right, Tiff. Later. Click. What the fuck?
I love you too,
Can I
man.
hear
Bye.
her? Is there any way I can hear her say bye? Can she hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Okay. Let me do a proper goodbye. Fuck, guys. What? We lost her? Okay, later. No, listen, I appreciate you coming on. Listen, I love your success. I want to see you in Oscars and Golden Globes and everything in between. Please, take nothing away from this podcast. Please continue to talk about your upbringing in your comedy. That's the shit. That's the shit I would watch. That's the shit I would watch.
Okay.
And next time,
you should go watch Black Mitzvah on Netflix because that's what I'm doing in there.
All right, okay, I'm sorry. Then let me say, everybody go watch Black Mitzvah on Netflix. Yeah. I'm not gonna be this interview like, I've seen all your shit. No, I haven't.
Then you should also watch the Madam C.J. Walker story, Self-Made.
I did see that. That was amazing.
Oh, okay, good, thank you.
But, you know, as comedians, man, and you're just now starting to do, like, we're seeing you in dramatic roles. Like, okay, Tiffany Haddish is being promoted in this show. So I'm still waiting for you to, like, cut up a little bit. I'm watching it going, was she about to say something? She let that go.
And best believe I cut up when we were shooting, but they did not put that in the movie.
Because when you're in this business, all I'm thinking of is, what the fuck is Tiffany saying in the makeup trailer or the wardrobe trailer right now as she's putting that shit on? That's all I keep thinking. There's no way you put that on with, that looks good. Yeah, that looks all right. I know you was talking crazy
y'all got me looking fucked up right now.
Right.
I don't like this look. Can we get a different hairstylist here?
Yeah.
No, none of my people can work in Canada because they got records. Fuck.
Oh, where'd you shoot that at?
We shot it in Toronto.
Oh, Toronto's a great city.
Yeah.
All right, Tiff. Well, look, I'll see you when this is over, and thank you for coming on. I know you didn't have to do it. I know people are hitting you up.
I'm late for another meeting. I'm 10 minutes late right now. Thanks.
I apologize, but listen.
I gotta take a shit.
Black Mitzvah on Netflix. Madam C.J. Walker on Netflix. She's everywhere. I love this girl to death. Thank you for coming on. And next time in LA, we're going to LA Tacos together.
Yeah, make sure y'all watch The Last OG on TBS.
Facts.
That part.
Yeah. Oh, can I tell a story about that before we get off?
Yeah.
So they were going to have me audition for your husband. And I couldn't make it. I could not make the audition. I don't know where I was, but I can't. I just could not make it in person. Like, I was like, can I put myself on tape? They go, no, we want you to in person. For whatever reason, I was working somewhere, I couldn't make the audition. I go, fuck, all right.
You should have called me. I would have been like, yo, I really want him to play this role. Like, can we get him? Can y'all do something? They would have did it.
Well, here's what's funny. Keenan called me last summer and brought me in. He said, you want to talk to me about The Last OG? And I was like, okay. So I fly in, I go meet with Keenan, tells me he's the new showrunner. He said, yeah, we really want to amp up Tiffany and her husband's relationship this year. And he's like, so I want to get you on the writing staff because I know you could write those gems of the relationship between a white guy and a black girl. And in the back of my mind, I'm going, well, why the fuck did he just hire me to play the dude a couple of years ago? So now you want me to write?
Because he wasn't the showrunner.
I know. I'm in your brain.
Changes in, yeah.
Yeah, in your brain, you're like, why the fuck you just brought me in? But it is what it is. It's like I said, if it's meant for me, it's meant for me. But I thought that was funny that you brought up The Last OG and go, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And it's so funny too, because when Keenan came on, I was like, these are the people that should be writing for us. And these are the people so I'm glad he called you. Because I definitely was mentioning you. Like, he understands the dynamics. These are people that understand.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I did tell Will, I don't want to be self-serving on the podcast, but I told Will when Girls Trip came out, I said, Girls Trip 2, I'm Tiffany's boyfriend. I'm calling it Will. I go, and it's not because of the grapefruit scene. That's not what I'm calling.
He said, it's not because of grapefruit, but it is.
That's not what I'm calling. That's not what I'm calling. I think my facial expressions would kill it. Okay, I see that citrus. I see you working that citrus.
No, I got a whole new technique now with the fruit by the foot. Better than the grapefruit.
Oh.
Gluten-free.
Nice. Vegan? All right, Tiff, this is going down a dark road. We got to get off this subject.
Yes, I'll talk to you later.
All right, I love you. All right, we'll see you next time.